I purchased a Samsung washer dryer, one with a 7 kg washing and 5 kg drying capacity in the recent past. I did do a comparison of various different washer dryers, and in that video I had recommended a Samsung washer dryer for people with use case similar to mine, which I will cover later on. I have linked to a video in the description, so do take a look at that. Now, there were a number of reasons that I wanted a washer dryer. The first being that I did not want to air dry my clothes, primarily because of the amount of time that it used to take, and it was a big chore for me. The second being that it spoils the aesthetic of my house or my utility area. So in my house, as soon as you enter the kitchen, the utility area is connected to the kitchen, and if the clothes are drying over there, it just spoils the whole aesthetic of the kitchen. And the third reason I bought a washer dryer, ideally I would have liked a separate dryer because I've heard that the performance of that is a lot better, but I don't have the space for it. I have just enough space for two machines in my utility area. I already have a dishwasher, and I was replacing my top load washing machine. So I could only get a washer dryer in that case. That being said, let's jump right into my review. I bought the Samsung washer dryer model. The model number is listed here, and it has a 7 kg washing capacity and a 5 kg drying capacity. Now, if you require a full 100% drying, the maximum that you can load in the washer dryer is up to 5 kgs. So that is approximately the volume of 25 shirts. First, let's talk about the results that I have seen, and then we will go into all of the various details and a quick demo of the product as well. So I have tried a range of things that I use in my house. So I have tried bed sheets, I have tried jeans, I have tried regular clothes, I have tried undergarments, I have tried towels, and so on. All of these actually I tried with the 100% drying capability, and it works like a charm, right? I can just take out the clothes from the washing machine, fold it, and put it in the cupboard. It's 100% dry. Not a single cloth was actually wet. That is the biggest benefit. The biggest con, I would say, is that it takes a lot of time. If I'm doing a daily wash cycle that takes your regular clothes, mostly cotton, then that takes about 5.5 hours. That is a lot of time and a lot of electricity consumed. But I'm not too concerned about that, primarily because I put my clothes for wash at night, and by the time I wake up in the morning, they are all done and they're dry. I also select the delay end feature, which means that the cycle is complete around the time that I wake up, so that the clothes don't stay in the washing machine post-wash for a long time. This is important because I had heard that if you leave the clothes inside the washing machine after its drying process for a long time, it does get a lot creased, which it does not. Now let's talk about some other details, right? So the first thing is, how much noise does it make? So since it is a washer dryer and it rotates at a fairly high RPM, I was told that it would make a lot of noise, but it does not make too much noise. It's like any regular washing machine. It does not do too much vibration, does not make too much noise. I'm fairly happy with it. Now let's talk about the details. So the first thing is, when the technician actually visited for installation, I was recommended not to use a stand for the washer dryer, primarily because of the high RPM that it runs at. The stand will not be able to handle the weight. So I was recommended not to use it, and I currently am not using a stand with my washing machine. I have kept it directly on the floor. It is recommended to keep it on the floor or a platform, a solid platform, and not to keep it on a stand or even wooden flooring, as per the manual that Samsung provides. Okay, now let's start with the wash cycle. So since you want 100% drying, it is recommended not to fill higher than the recommended capacity, which is 5 kgs. Lower the better from a drying point of view, because the clothes actually require a lot of space to air out during the drying process. So when I'm washing bed sheets, I put a maximum of 2 to 3 bed sheets, double bed sheets, with about 4 to 6 pillow covers. It washes beautifully. When I'm washing curtains, door curtains, maximum of 2 to 3, and put it in a laundry bag so that your rings are not spoiled or malformed or get detached from your curtains. Regular clothes, like I said earlier, up to a volume of about 25 shirts. In the detergent compartment that has been provided, you can put a liquid detergent or a powder detergent. Based on what you are using, you may need to adjust the compartment a little bit. If you're using bleaches for your white clothing, you can add it along with your detergent. If you're using a softener, you can also add it in a different compartment like I have shown in the video. Now let's come to the variety of cycles that are available, right? So there are a number of cycles based on the type of clothes you're washing, the sensitivity, and so on. So from a wash cycle point of view, there is a daily wash, there is a quick wash, there is a baby care, there's one for woolen, and there is one for synthetics as well. I normally use the daily wash cycle for regular clothes and the delicate or the baby care cycle for my delicate clothes. If you have only synthetic clothes that you are washing and a smaller quantity of them, you can use a 59-minute cycle which covers both the washing and the drying. I have not tried this yet because most of my clothes are not synthetic, but I did try it with cotton and it does not work. So for cotton, you do need a longer drying time, and it is recommended to use the drying time that is recommended by the machine itself. Now, once you select the washing cycle that you want, you need to select the drying. Now, the machine has an automatic selection on the amount of time that it will require for the cycle that you have selected. If you want to reduce or increase the drying time, you can do that as well. In my experience, whatever the machine has selected has been fairly good from a drying perspective. If you do decide that you want a lower drying, in general, I have seen that it does not dry the clothes completely and you might require another drying cycle. Now, if you decide to run only the wash cycle, you can also then run the dry cycle separately. So there are a number of dry only options like cotton dry, synthetic dry, as well as air wash. The air wash is something unique that I have seen. Essentially what it does is, if you have kept your clothing in your wardrobe, let's say for a long period of time, and the clothes are musty, then you can use the air wash cycle to deodorize and sanitize the clothes. It does not use water. It just generally spins the clothing and dries the clothing so that the smell goes away. The other thing you can adjust is the temperature. Again, I normally don't use it. You can increase or decrease the temperature for a daily wash. In general, the temperature is about 40 degrees Celsius. You can also adjust the spin levels. If you want a lower spin level, I again normally go with whatever cycle I have selected and what the machine recommends from a spin cycle point of view. Next, there are a couple of additional options like pre-wash, intensive, rinse, and bubble soak. So if you want any of these, if you have too many soiled clothes and you want it to wash for a longer period of time, or you want to soak your clothes before the wash cycle happens, or you want to pre-wash your clothes, you will need to select one of these options. Yes, by selecting any of these options, the cycle time will definitely increase more than 30 minutes. Now let's talk about a regular maintenance. So every 40 washes or so, you need to do a drum cleaning. Now the machine itself gives you an indicator starting from the 40th wash till about the 47th or 48th wash that you need to clean your drum. It is called Eco Drum Clean. This drum cleaning, don't put any clothes, don't put any detergents. It will clean the drum at a reasonably high temperatures. It is recommended that you don't put anything extra in that. This machine comes with an adapter that is connected to the inlet pipe. So this adapter collects a lot of stones and other hard materials in the water so that it does not harm your washing machine. So every month or so, you need to clean this adapter to remove all the stones and particles that are collected in the adapter. The machine also contains a lint or a pump filter which needs to be cleaned once a month. If your machine stops due to power failure and you need to actually remove your clothes, then you need to use this emergency pipe that is provided to drain out the water from your machine before you actually remove your clothes from the machine. Now these were some of the basic maintenance things. I have shown you the various wash cycles, what type of clothes to put, what cycles to select, how to do daily maintenance. If there are other things you need to know, drop me a comment and I'm happy to help you. I have been extremely happy with the washer and dryer capabilities. It's only been 3 to 4 weeks. I hope the performance is going to continue. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.